Hey, yo, 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 what it do, y'all? What it do? Hope y'all been having a good one. Hopefully the music sounds good in the background. This gonna be one of them ones where I just kind of flow with, you know? And besides, I just got done eating some egg foo young. No, it wasn't made by Su Young. Su Young, Su Young. Yeah, but I just got done leaving the kitchen, eating some fixins, and yeah, wanted to chop it up with y'all. Long time no see, no hear, given the date of this live stream, but I'm here. Yes, indeed. All right, so without any further ado, I want to go in and kind of want to talk about a low vibrational woman's love life. So previously I've talked about a high vibrational man's love life, you know? So eventually I'll cover a low vibrational man's love life and even a high vibrational woman's love life, right? But for now, we're talking about a low vibrational woman's love life. And with that said, this is more so based on a gal that's not even being a real woman. So we'll say that because a real woman is not low vibrational, as a disclaimer. But there are some low vibrational real women out there, but not for the reasons you might think, okay? And I'll actually cover that in another live stream to this one because just a spoiler alert, I will be doing a sequel to this live stream here, so yes indeed. But yeah, let's get right to it. Want to chop it up with y'all, give y'all some more input, and I would appreciate everybody's feedback. Make sure y'all share this live. Make sure y'all get some popcorn, nachos, hot dogs, soda, and vegan, okay? We're about to go in, pull up a chair, chill with yours truly. If you want, I can share some of my egg foo young that wasn't made by Su Young. Yeah. So let me go right ahead and cut the music. And we're about to chop it up. All right. Well, when beauty is kryptonite, there's a lot to say about that because for most guys, her beauty is kryptonite, okay? That's unfortunate. But that's because a lot of the lesser feminine, they know how to use their beauty as kryptonite. That's the sad part. They know how to basically get it to where they weaken a guy. He's supposed to be strong, but they literally weaken him through their beauty. So that is definitely a sign that she's low vibrational because her beauty should not weaken him at all. So another aspect I want to cover with this live stream is talking about the thumbnail, because there are some things that I want to talk about regarding the thumbnail. You see that she is holding in her hand kryptonite, and some of the things that are said is she loves to take account, yet she the one that has a body count. But if you know where I'm coming from at my channel, I don't speak on body counts like everybody else. Hey, what's up, Brown Do Life? Good to see you, family. Good to see you once again. Oh yeah, this finna be a good one. Going to be a sequel to this too. Oh yeah, and but yeah, that's the thing. Like, and just read within the caption up at the top left screen about how she would definitely. She got some kryptonite for him. She'll be his kryptonite, right? So be careful of what she gives you, fellas. What you think's good to you is not good for you. A lot of times, even what you think is her love. What you think is her love wasn't even good for you. So you got to watch it with some of these gals that be love bombing. Those love bombs become hate bombs. Those H bombs, like actual H bombs, hydrogen bombs. Hey, in her sense, yeah, she the same way. The way she loves you one day and then hides from you tomorrow. That part. But that's the sign of a gal that's being low vibrational, because that's not the way a real woman's supposed to be in a man's life. So she's giving him literally, or reciprocating to him, a lower vibration of what a woman is supposed to be like in a man's life. You're not supposed to be that way, ladies. You're not supposed to be a man's kryptonite. And like I said, that literally starts with her beauty. A gal has to have more to offer a man than just his beauty. I mean, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. Going to have to edit that one out, right? A gal has to, excuse me, a gal has to have more to offer a man than just her beauty. When she comes at him with only beauty, she's using that as a weapon. Okay. And fellas, you can't be caught up on her beauty, especially you not knowing that she's actually using it as a weapon, because she knows that that's what she's drawn to. That's what you're drawn to. You're drawn to her beauty, so she's going to weaponize it on you. Hey, what's good, Unique? What's good? You said, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. A little misquote there. You know, sometimes I think faster than I think faster than I talk. Sometimes, you know. No, I talk faster than I think. I have to rephrase that too. Yeah. But we're going to continue to roll with this one. Yeah, definitely gonna have to edit that part out. You said, Brown Do Life, you said Proverbs talks about don't go crazy over a woman's beauty. Facts. Facts. She has to have more to bring to a man than just her beauty. Okay. When they talk about what a woman brings to the table, well, she shouldn't just bring her beauty. But what I mean by what a woman brings to the table more so is just, uh, when a man invites you, you offer him gifts upon his invite. And so part of her gift is actually how she wants to be a part of him, how she can help him. Is there anything I can do to help you? Not even based on expectation. She just was like, hey, I appreciate the invite. And is there anything I can do for you while I'm here? Boom. That's the sign of what a real woman's supposed to be like, that high vibration. Low vibrational girl, just like I've been talking to someone about the other day, she gonna be like Miss Piggy. She gonna be greedy at the table. She ain't gonna have nothing to offer. She knows that he just wanting to gobble up on her honeysuckle ham, and that's it. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but some guys don't realize how they get themselves around a lower vibrational type of gal. You know, you got to realize, hey, she got to reciprocate to you. It's a high vibration when she's reciprocating. Okay, so I guess that could be the key thing to think about for people, especially for you fellas. It's high vibration when there's reciprocation. Once again, it's high vibration when there's reciprocation. Okay, a man initiates, a woman reciprocate. So there you go, ladies. I gave y'all a sneak peek about a low vibrational guy, because a man initiates, a woman reciprocates. So obviously, a lower vibrational guy is a man that doesn't initiate. Boom. You said unique. She actually starts showing her reciprocation of appreciation that you invited her. Boom. See, that's it. It's really simple, y'all. It's really simple. It literally doesn't take a rocket science. It really doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure all this stuff out. But I have to come at y'all from a place of rocket science. I have to talk like this. I have to get a little macatomic with it. Yeah. So that's what we doing. That's what I've had to do. And I had an A in physics, so you can't pass it by me, okay? Let's go. Beyond emotional and logical is spiritual. Keep that in mind. So what I'm talking about in regards to these vibrations is all based on the spiritual. Now, one might say, well, this is scientific. Well, science is actually the observation of the spiritual. A lot of people don't know that. Beyond emotional and logical is spiritual. Anything scientific is just the explanation of the spiritual. I said a lot in just that little bit, and I even have to repeat myself thinking about it. So I'm gonna say it one more time, something I hardly ever do. Beyond emotional and logical is spiritual, and anything scientific is just a description of something that's spiritual. Even scientists are starting to realize that. Why do you think there's a Church of Scientology? They're trying to explain the spiritual. And I'm not saying I'm into the Church of Scientology. That's just how some of that works. Okay? Not to digress, with a lot of the lesser feminine, they all want superheroes, somebody to come save them, right? And literally come save them the right way. That's for another conversation. Yeah. But here's the thing. They end they end up wanting to kill that superhero at the end of the day. Yes, they all want superheroes, but at the end of the day, they want to kill that superhero. They want to be a man's kryptonite to some extent by wanting to be a superhero themselves, actually. Here's how they do that. Well, she wants to show that she's about something herself, independently. Do a lot of them do that? I mean, I know y'all know that already. So I don't need to further explain that. She wants to be her own superhero when she should just actually be his sidekick. Okay. Catwoman realized that eventually with Batman. So, ladies, be his Lois Lane. He's Superman, be his Lois Lane. Okay. So let's go there. You said unique. Spirituality is a science, it's a supernatural science. Bingo. Hashtag man initiates, woman reciprocates. Let's go. Yeah, we chopping it up. Just getting started. Yeah. But yeah, she'll try to be on her own, wanting to be her own superhero, acting like somebody needs to save her. She'll talk about her problems all day long. And yet she'll have a man around that's like, yo, I could take some of that load off of you, you know, just some of it. And then she'll be like, no, I got it. Well, if you got it, why are you talking to me like as if you don't got it? You know, don't do that. But they do that. They do that all the time. And so, yeah, that's basically her way of trying to be her own superhero, to try to be her own Wonder Woman. Yet she's not a wonderful woman, a wonderful type of woman or nothing. Like, you should be working wonders with him, you know? Where are the signs and wonders that he can see about you? All it is just worrisome type of thoughts that he has about you because he has to wonder if you're going to wander from him. Yeah, because you want to be Miss Independent, you want to basically be your own superhero. But when you what don't have any powers, you're powerless in a lot of situations. Then you want to call Tyrone, but Tyrone ain't a superhero, baby girl. He is not a superhero. He's a thug. He's a villain. He's not a hero. I'm just saying. He likes to what? Pop slugs and be chilling. You like to mess with a zero. Stop it. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I just had to say it for the one time. You say unique. No need for a woman to be Wonder Woman with a decent man that's righteous. No need. Now I can see why she had to do a lot of things on her own, which really wasn't wonderful. It was just more or less miraculous that things got done. But if she doesn't believe in miracles, what difference does it make to her? She'll just see it as another struggle in life. That's all. And then she'll talk about how she doesn't want to do struggle love, when in actuality, real love is a struggle. But that's where you start to see the success, those that overcome struggles together. Okay. But not to digress off that. Yeah, she'll try to be her own superhero. With all that said, that's a man's kryptonite when she wants to be her own superhero, though you made it seem like you wanted a superhero in your life. Nothing wrong with saving a woman, guys, if she's salvageable. That's the key. She has to be salvageable. Nothing wrong with saving her. The reason why she don't want to be saved because she knows that she's not salvageable. She just didn't tell you that part, right? When they say don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Well, there should be this other part. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved because she's not salvageable. And she knows that, but just didn't want to tell you that today. Okay? So that's just that. Okay? Yeah, she just is his kryptonite by just basically trying to be that superhero. And you're not supposed to be that, ladies. But see, here's the thing: for a gal that wants to be the superhero, she sees a real man as her kryptonite. Him being a real man, she's trying to compete with him. She's trying to compete with him. Those gals that claim they want to be saved, they want a hero, but when he gets around, she wants to be that hero. She's his kryptonite being that way, but him just being a man is her kryptonite. Literally. It's really crazy how this all goes, but that's how a lot of this goes. A real man weakens a typical female. That's why they get in their feelings. That's why a lot of them don't want real men. Okay. A real man weakens a female, but a real man strengthens a real woman. Yes, indeed. You said unique. Real love is a struggle because a coupling is against all odds to stand the test of time together in this cold and ruthless world. Yeah, that's it. Me and my girlfriend. Us against the world. Let's do it, baby. You know, Bonnie and Clyde, they were about it. They were against the world. You ain't got to have that mentality against the world that's against you. So to those thinking, oh, what are you saying? No, I'm not saying you just hate the world and hate everybody. No, I speak out against the world that's against me, and I'm pretty sure you do the same thing. Let's go. See, like I said, a real man weakens a typical female, but a real man strengthens a real woman. He strengthens a real woman. He does. See, he is her sunrise and sunlight. The feminine are supposed to, in translation of all this, operate, they're supposed to operate as a man's twilight. Part of his reason for continuing to have a bright day. Literally, ladies, you bright him up when you acknowledge his sunshine upon you. The way he is brightened and how that brightens you when you smile, that makes him get brighter. And then that continues his day positively. Okay. So that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it was supposed to work. And I say was because it ain't like that now. Guys get up to gals, cussing them out, wanting to fight him, complaining about bills that aren't paid, house not clean, or why she doing this and that, coming home late, talking to whoever on the phone, asking him who's on his phone, talking about the children. We can go on and on. But he has to wake up to that. Try to have the rest of his day thinking about that darkness. Okay. It's sad. It's not supposed to be that way. Okay. Yes. The man is the sun, the woman is the moon. And guess what? He brightens up that moon. Yes, he does. Let's go. Like, for a lot of times, unfortunately, because, like I said, she's supposed to operate as a man's twilight, being part of his reason for having a bright day. She's supposed to be this way, but a man has to mostly go about brightening up his day alone. Or he'll brighten up his day with many that show up to his home as he roams, which I believe is not the way a man is supposed to be. A man should not have to travel for love. He can find love in his travels. Shout out to the passport bros, sarcastically speaking. Yeah, you're supposed to find love in your travels, not travel for love. I'm just saying. But, unfortunately for a lot of guys, they'll end up just traveling for love as they roam about the planet. And I'm not shooting guys down, but, he couldn't find that where he lives. So he went about to find it elsewhere. Or he just had many come to his home. And none of them gals appreciated his home. None of them wanted to add to his home. None of them wanted to be a part of his home. A lot of them were jealous of his home because it goes back to her wanting to be her own superhero, wanting to have her own Bat Cave, have her own Gotham City, have her own metropolis. Batman, Superman, you get the correlation. She's trying to be Batwoman, Supergirl, get the correlation. But like I said, this ain't the way a man is supposed to be, as far as, like, even with the fact that some gals are like this, you don't just go out your way to be around any gal that shows up. And that applies to me too, because I've done this before in my life. I'm not sitting here telling y'all something I don't know. Okay. But as you know better, you do better. Okay. So hopefully, with what I'm telling y'all, you can apply this to your life versus going through stuff like this, like I've had to go through before. Okay. And like what other guys have had to go through before. And they either just being knuckleheads, continuing to be ignorant, or they just really don't know better. No one's not around to tell them. But you got me tonight, so no excuse after tonight. Yeah. But yeah, most of the feminine are actually safety hazards. Only a few gals play it safe and are safe about it. Okay. So shout out to the ladies that always believe in better to be safe than sorry. Shout out to you ladies. But yeah, the hazard aspect of the feminine occurs when a man has gone over he's gone over several standard procedures with her and she continues to violate them. And this could be from the standpoint of communication, reciprocation, cooperation, which is one aspect of submission. She violates a lot of that. It could be just something as simple as the way she needs to talk to him, and she continues to violate that. She's not even trying to make improvements. So you're a hazard now because you can't even follow standard procedure of what this man is talking about. Okay? You can't even follow standard procedure. You can't even follow standard procedures. And things just sound more realistic when as a man, you don't just only talk about how you got standards. How about standard procedure? How about standard procedures? A lot of the feminine talk about being a woman and womanhood, yet a lot of them don't even meet the criteria because they don't even follow standard procedures. And I'm gonna go over that again because I want that to really stick to a lot of y'all. Okay? I'm gonna get back to that. But let's talk about this. Gotta take a sip before I go forward. Before I go forward with more. Okay. See, her range of hertz can actually hurt. Now, what do I mean by hertz? Well, like the megahertz, gigahertz, the sound, the frequency, for those that want harmony, you look at 432 hertz, right? Her range of hertz can actually hurt. What are hertz? Hertz is the measurement of frequency. So in this case, we're talking about the measurement of her frequency. Now, on record, I have said one's vibration is the measurement of one's frequency. No, vibration is actually the description of one's frequency. Let me correct that. The measurement of one's frequency is actually the hertz. Okay. But enough with that. She's not frequent. She's not consistent. That's part of how she's not frequent. Okay. So, woo, stop. He said, her hertz like Jalen Hurts. Stop. Yeah. So, but yeah, with gals that aren't, oh yeah. Bingo, unique. Dang, that's energetic. Her hertz can hurt. Ouch, literally. Bingo. Her frequency, her vibration. Yeah. We getting somewhere. I'm just saying. But how does this tie in with some other things? Like I said, I'm coming at y'all very macatomical with this tonight. Decibels are the levels of impact for those who don't know what decibels are. That's like the measurement of noise, but there's some more technical terminology of it because it's not necessarily noise. It's not just merely what you hear, it's also what you feel. So it's really described as this because you can feel with your eardrum. That's really what we think is noise, actually what our eardrum feels, but we also feel this on our body. Okay. We feel this. But decibels are the levels of impact from the vibrations based on the measurement of the frequency. And this will determine how her hertz will hurt. The more she follows procedures, the less hurtful she is. The more frequent she'll continue to be. See? You said Brown do life. And the Eagles lost in the playoffs. Back to this show. Let's go. And that hurted them a lot. Let's go. Now with the decibels, just giving y'all some examples because certain decibels can be achieved at low frequency. It could be achieved with a low vibration or a high vibration. It can. So, and that's based on the frequency of a low frequency or a high frequency. Like decibels can be achieved in a couple of ways. Like you got animals like whales, like sperm whales. They are actually the loudest animals on the planet. Look it up. Their sound can actually kill. Yes. Stand long enough next to a rocket, it will kill you because of its sound alone. I think that's the loudest manufactured sound on the planet. But the loudest animal on the planet, yes, is a sperm whale. So, ladies, don't be loud. You're killing them. You're hurting them. Got to be just right. You have a high vibration based on a lower frequency, lower decibels, lower hertz. Just you want the balance. You want a balance with your hertz, with your frequency, with your vibration. And obviously, High vibration doesn't mean the highest vibration. It just means a vibration higher than the lower vibration. Right now we're talking about the lower vibration. That means she just doesn't even know how to be right or just right. She ain't even trying to be just right. Like she's not even trying to be balanced. So that is also part of what the low vibrational woman's love life is. She's not even trying to be balanced with a man. Like she thought she was being balanced based on all she thought she could offer a man, but it wasn't balance. He's trying to tell her what balance is. She's not trying to hear that. You know, she probably doesn't even like to wear New Balance. Okay. You said unique. I didn't know sperm whale sounds can hurts you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's why a lot of animals stay away from sperm whales. They really don't have natural predators. And they use that same sound to hurt hurts giant squids. They're like the only animal on the planet that can handle the sound of a sperm whale. That's why you still see all their tentacle suction points on the front of a sperm whale because it still can put up a fight. Whereas with other animals, they wouldn't be able to handle the sound of a sperm whale, not even humans, obviously. And, you know, the closest thing to the sound of a sperm whale are certain shipping vessels because they put out certain sounds when they feel like there is a incoming torpedo or something like that. They have to scram wave the radar signal in the water. You know, it's just enough to where it could damage the torpedo, but not damage the wildlife around it. But to humans, it's too damaging. So, yeah, to a lot of these scuba divers, they have to be cautious when they're swimming next to a lot of vessels, especially military vessels, which is literally almost illegal in most international waters for this very reason alone that I'm speaking of regarding sounds and decibels. Okay. But don't want to go off the deep end there, even though y'all know I can. Y'all know I can because I'm the spaceman. Yeah. But just going back to what I said, things sound more realistic when, as a man, you don't just only say that you have standards. What about procedures? A lot of the feminine talk about being a woman and womanhood, yet a lot of them don't meet the criteria because they don't even follow standard procedures. Woman is womb of a man, not someone that's a womb to a man or without man. See, a lot of these gals that are a womb to a man or without man still think they're a woman, but you're not a womb to a man. Okay. See, ladies, the reason why you follow standard procedures because you're a womb to a man. Here's what I mean. You're his rib. So you're part of his structure. You're part of his skeleton. You're part of covering the vital organs. He's giving you vital information to, in many ways, protect him, to protect his heart. Does not the rib cage go around like the heart? You know, covers up the heart, part of the chest plate, breastplate. So that's actually why you follow standard procedures because you're a part of him and it will affect you. So a gal that doesn't follow procedures was never a part of him, and that's why it didn't affect her, literally. And so that's being a low vibrational woman because he thought she was a part of him and she never was. And it affected him and it infected him too. You said unique. A high vibrational woman is on the gray scale of balance with her hertz, but a low vibrational woman is monochrome, which is black and white and no in between with her hertz. Bingo. And also, the high vibrational woman is golden ratio. She's golden. So, grayscale with the colors per se, gold based on the value, based on the spectrum. Golden ratio. That's what ladies want to strive for. No one's perfect, but you can strive for it. Okay. Why not Strive for that. This is what they do musically all the time with choirs to harmonize. They have to, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and they have to harmonize, work on scaling it properly. And so that's really a lot of what love is when you grow to know with somebody, not get to know. Ladies, that's part of you working on becoming more harmonic with a man. You're harmonizing, not trying to harm him. Get it? And that's why, with a lot of things, one must be qualified, certified, and authorized. And she must not get upset about things that are discussed, which have a less likelihood of taking place. It's just all part of procedure. And if she doesn't think, even if she doesn't think it applies to her, it's just all part of procedure. She should look forward to these conversations. She should look forward to, okay, thinking about different scenarios and what about this, what about that. And if it upsets her, that's because she's more than likely the type that would be hazardous. Yes, she would be hazardous in certain situations. That's why she gets upset, right? So that actually kind of disqualifies her. She doesn't get certified, and you can't authorize her with certain things. Basically, you can't trust her, fellas. She's getting upset about something that you thought didn't even apply to her, but you just wanted to talk about it. She felt offended. She started disagreeing. That's because more than likely she's probably prone to doing those very things that she's fussing at you about. You just ain't catching it right now. You thinking, oh, we just having a disagreement. Oh, you having more than a disagreement. You just don't see it right now. You actually getting a form of disrespect you're not seeing yet. It just ain't gonna happen yet. And it probably won't ever happen on her end, but it's in her back pocket. Or you can catch wind of it and be like, oh no, we gonna make sure it don't happen. I just see it as a red flag right now. Meaning like the way you coming at me with this energy and this hurts. See, there's a lot of this saying of where there are things you could do, but that don't mean you should. See, a lot of people want to cross that line and do those things anyway. That's unfortunate because a person is trusting you with their life, with their safety, with their vulnerability. And all it does is create disharmony. So, like what Unique said, a woman working on being harmonious is like a harp with a man. Yeah. And when she's not trying to harmonize, it sounds like a broken guitar at the concert or like broken glass, even though rock bands like that. But they actually say, scientifically proven, a lot of rock music is very low vibrational and it's not healthy for people to be listening to in the long run. And a lot of rap music is becoming like that too. Okay? Because it no longer sounds harmonious. Auto tune has screwed up a lot of the vocals. People no longer sound angelic. They sound more demonic with the auto tune. I'm just saying. There was one point where auto tune actually sounded at least somewhat angelic. It don't no more. People's voices don't sound good no more. So they got to get out this artificial voice maker. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. So, like I said, she should not get upset about things that are discussed, which have a less likelihood of taking place because these things must still be discussed. It's all part of the procedure, even if she doesn't think it applies to her. But she'll get so mad about talking about these different parts of the procedures, she'll start having seizures. You said Brown do life. Policies are set in place for the degenerates to thrive, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true too. Or it's because they thrive, unfortunately. There's that too. You said yeah, I'll get to Brown Do Life again. You said Brown Do Life again. You said auto tune can be cool depending on the artist. Yeah, when he realizes he should have more of his organic voice and use the auto tune as an underlay, not an overlay. Most people use it as an overlay in the only way. It's no longer that harmonic or angelic at that point. You said Unique. Don't risk the safety of someone you love. That's low vibrational. Bingo. Ooh, 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 ooh. They ain't ready to hear that. They ain't ready to hear that. Yeah, they ain't ready to hear that. Mm-mm. Look at it this way too. You know, based on what Unique just said, because she said, don't risk the safety of someone you love. Don't risk the safety of someone you love. That's low vibrational. Look at it this way, y'all. Everything is a big deal. Or me being from St. Louis, I got to say, everything is a big deal. You know, you from New York, you might say, anything is a big deal. Anything. Okay, whatever. Look at it this way. Everything is a big deal. And the way you do anything is the way you do everything. This is why there are standard procedures. And the way one meets standards is based on how they follow standard procedures. And that'll determine how you do everything. Because if you ain't the type to be like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I'm on point, then guess what? The way you carry yourself ain't gonna be on point either. Okay? So there's a reason for that. You got dudes on the street that talk about being on point. They living reckless. They still talk about being on point. So it means a lot to be on point. Okay. I bet some of the feminine out here checking out this live stream and they saying things like, Ray sounded like he's giving a job orientation. Well, sweetie, being around a real man is a real job. Uh-huh. But it's rewarding. If you're a real woman, you'll experience that. Okay. For the typical female, she don't see it as rewarding. She see it as being a slave. She wants to be her own superhero, as I mentioned. She'd rather be a man's kryptonite. She'll rather try to weaken a man instead of actually, you know, help him remain strong. Because a real man he's already strong. You just helping him to maintain his strength. And actually, it's his strength is making you strong. Okay. So, with that said, for the feminine that gets everything I've been saying, she would definitely meet a real man's criteria. But just in case you get some of the lower feminine, the lesser feminine, to ask some of you fellas, what is a real man? Simply put, with the acronym of MAN, MAN, it's about him making a name for himself, that is. So the real woman appreciates that, and that's the only type of feminine gender you'll take seriously, fellas. Otherwise, don't be surprised about hazardous things taking place. Don't be surprised about her being low vibrational because she's not taking into account the type of man you are and the support system that she has to be, you know, because she's taking from you if she's not giving back to you based on what you've given her initially. You don't want to feel like you're being drained, fellas. And I know you feel that, especially with some of you guys had this post-nut clarity about gals after you've had your fun time with her. And it's a majority of gals you deal with because a lot of times you're not thinking about how she needs to reciprocate. You probably don't even know better to know that she should. You're just thinking, oh yeah, I need to have a good time with her. And that's what she's supposed to do after we hang out. Why are you hanging out with her and you know she's not going to reciprocate? A lot of guys don't get that because they just trying to smash. I'm not trying to talk about just trying to smash here at Reality XM. We beyond that here at this channel. Hey, what's good, Mike? What's good, family? See you once again. You said unique. High vibrational woman understands she has a job to do with duties and tasks when it comes to herself for a decent man. Bingo. It looks like you got the notebooks out. Yeah. That's what it is. She has her books out. She has her pamphlets. She has her shelves. She has an office. She's ready. She's a secretary, not a secretary, being separate from the man. Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's a lot more we're going to go into because we just getting started. I'm gonna keep this live stream pretty short. Going to come back for the sequel to this one, and given the date of this live stream, we'll be back tomorrow night. So I got y'all. In the meantime, hopefully this live stream made sense to some. Maybe this live stream did not make sense to others. But to the others that this live stream made sense to, make sure that you hit that like button. especially those checking us out on the replay. For those that like my content, you've checked out my channel, you like, yeah, I think I like this dude. Definitely know there's more in store. Make sure that you subscribe, watch on the replay, as Mike said, share this live, as well as my other content. Going to my archives, which is AKA my playlist, that consists of a lot of different topics that I'm constantly adding to the playlist. I do things different at this channel now to where I don't put out as much at a certain rate like you see with other main channels like this one. You know, you see people putting out stuff all the time. I don't want y'all to get bored of me, so you ain't gonna see a notification of Reality XM all the time. But just know I'm cooking. So hey, don't sleep on me. For those that know what I'm about, y'all know how I flow. And y'all know that I'm a wolf over here. Flow wolf. You see that? The scramble of the word that might just put on the screen for y'all. Thank you so much, Unique. Yeah, definitely another one in store. We're gonna come back for another one. I know y'all got things to do. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time, so I'm just trying to keep a lot of these live streams a little shorter than usual, still under an hour for sure. But yeah, just know that no matter what it looks like out there, even with some of these gals that are not being supportive when they're supposed to be with a man that actually wants to be with them, it's only going to get better from here, because there are still gals out there that want to show love and don't want to just be seen as another gal to be looked over for a gal that's halfway around the world. Thought I'd throw that in there too. But still, it's about fellas knowing your principles. You understand your principles. You understand some of the things that I've been saying here at this channel. You'll go a long way. Okay? You'll go a long way. I consider my channel the Rolls Royce of YouTube channels, because I take my time. When I put out something, it's always quality. And that's what you get with a high-end luxury vehicle or anything that's high-end luxury, whether it's a watch or what they call a timepiece, a yacht, a nice business jet, nice car, nice shoes. That's what we do over here at Reality XM. When you see me, when you hear my content, think upper echelon. That's what this channel is about. So don't be fooled by the subscriber numbers. Hey, you see at this date of this live stream, my subscription, my number of subscribers is just around 570 subscribers. Guess how many cars Bugatti made in just a 10-year time frame? 500. So keep that in mind. This channel is like the Rolls Royce of YouTube channels. It's the Bugatti of YouTube channels. We do that like that over here. You said Unique. Real and true supporters will be looking for you cooking all day long. Yeah, like a crystal quartz. You got that right. You got that right, Unique. That's what we do over here. That's what we do. But I definitely got that sequel on the way. I'll throw that out at y'all tomorrow night, given the date of this live stream, just to let y'all know what I've been cooking up. Okay. Definitely check out the replay. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get all of my content in real time. And just in case you see that I do reschedule some of my live streams, that means I'm adding more quality to the live stream, just as Mike pointed out. Yeah, it don't mean that I'm not prepared. It means that I wanted to add more quality to the live stream. So keep that in mind with this particular live stream you're listening to right now. Chances are I added more quality to this live stream too. And that's another thing that's only going to get better from here. Thanks a million, y'all, for stopping by. Catch y'all on the next one. Finna go back to the mothership. Blasting off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.